From recent headlines to reality shows, there seems to be a negative narrative swirling surrounding marriage and motherhood. But a new study from the Wheatley Institute discovered not only are married mothers among the happiest women, there are 3 specific reasons why. Jenet Erickson co-authored this study. She's an associate professor of religious education at Brigham Young University. Thank you for being here.
So good to be here, Brooke.
So before we get into the findings, I'm really curious, Jenet, why you think there is this persisting perception that married women are so miserable, and what effect do you think that has?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and I think part of it is the fallout of the divorce revolution and marriage rates dropping. But there's also this persistent image that the good life is a life without the connections that would pull you down in some way, that would tie you down. So it's being able to be free to do whatever you want, whenever you want, and that the measure of success is really this autonomous person that's seeking pleasure at will. And that is counter to what it is to have children.
And you talk about marriage rates declining. Do you think that impacts those numbers?
Yes, because then people think, maybe I can't get married. Maybe I just pursue a life apart from those relationships, because it's harder to secure that today.
You surveyed 3,000 U.S. women ages 25 to 55 to explore why married women are so happy, because your research validated that. But actually the truth is those satisfying relationships and that life of service leads to lasting happiness. There were a few key things that jumped out. First, the research points to a social connection that married women have.
Yeah, family seems to bring social ties. So you watch how children pull people out of their families into connection with other people. And so our women were less lonely. They felt more connected to their neighborhoods. They were more likely to say, I have the number of friends I want. So it just gives this sense of connection and well-being, like that I'm connected well to my community is part of being a married mother.
Which is sensible, right? I mean, the school connections you make through your children, the soccer sideline conversations, it all adds up.
They're a big part, yes.
Yeah. The next point is overlooked, but it also seems obvious once you think about it. Physical touch was a standout marker of women that are happy.
Yes, we live at a time, I think we're just noting, there's like a touch hunger in the world.
We're starving for it.
We're starving for it. And what happens with marriage and motherhood is that you are just put into that group who gets consistent cuddling, snuggling, hand-holding, touch.
Sometimes more than you want.
Sometimes more than you want. That's right. Sometimes it's a giving kind of touch, and other times you're giving the touch, right? But it's important for human well-being, and it's something we really need today, especially in this digitized world where people are detached from human connection.
Well, and I say obvious for the reason you just said. I mean, when we look at the loneliness epidemic, as it's been called, physical touch is one of the top of the list suggestions, and moms get that and they give that.
Yes, that is right.
I guess some of this comes down to how you might define happy, but through the lens of meaning and purpose, marriage and motherhood come out really strong.
Yes, and I love this, Brooke, because we knew that mothers who are shouldering childcare by themselves as single mothers are bearing a tremendous burden.
Yes.
But they also were more likely to say they had a clear sense of meaning and purpose in their lives.
Despite the burden.
Despite the burden, yes, along with married mothers.
Well, the study concludes, it comes to a powerful conclusion. I'll read just an excerpt if I can. Marriage appears to offer a stabilizing and supportive context that lifts the burdens of motherhood while strengthening happiness, connection, and meaning. That reality should invite our best efforts, both culturally and politically, to support and strengthen single mothers, even as we also work to increase the likelihood and quality of marriage. With that summation in mind, Jenet, what is one specific thing that you hope comes out of this powerful research?
Yes, I hope that we recognize we are designed for love and strong connection, and that motherhood is a remarkable privilege to have a deep and strong connection with other human beings. And when it's grounded in marriage, women are strengthened in ways that give them the fullness of that experience. We're designed for it. We're designed for love and connection, and marriage and motherhood are a powerful catalyst for that.
I love that you're using your voice and your expertise towards such an important topic. As you see the negative headlines that we talked about, you know, I had this reaction, this immediate reaction as I'm scrolling and reading, and not just because my personal experience is so different from that negative narrative, because it is, but there's such sense to what you're talking about, the physical touch, the connection, the meaning, and the purpose, and I love the summary that we're designed for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for the work that you do.